Live. I am Roger Wakefield. Happy Thanksgiving return. Are you stuffed?
Welcome back. Stuffed.
Man, we ate some good food. I got to tell you, we did. We ate some good food. Just, man, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope that y'all aren't like us and ate way too much food. But, you know, if so, welcome back to the Trade Talks Live. We do this each and every day, except for holidays.
Yep.
Or holiday weekends.
That's right.
Or maybe when we don't want to.
That's it.
No, but we want to. See, this is something that we have enjoyed doing. We've done this since the beginning of the year. January 2nd. Started on my dad's birthday, Papa's birthday. I didn't got my pins. I felt naked. I took them off.
Here, you can put a Sharpie in there.
That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna be the same. But you know, we did this because I learned a long time ago, the more you learn about your industry, your business, your niche, your profession, the more you can earn, the more you can learn, the more you can earn, the more you can move up. When you start learning things outside of just what you do every day, it puts this little paradigm shift in your head where, look, all I got to do is change this and do this. And it works. Change is amazing. But once I started learning more, I started moving up, started making more money, started getting better job offers, getting to do new things. So we decided, why don't we just put something together where we teach people every day? And that's how we came up with the Trade Talks.
That's it.
And I don't do it all by myself.
That's it. Good morning, everybody. I'm Henry Wakefield, aka Squirt, as you see down on the screen. 20-year pipe fitter by trade. Loved it. You know, did mechanical rooms. That was my favorite place to be, stay in. Get to put in all the big equipment and the nice big piping that comes into that to feed the system out to the rest of the buildings. Super great things. But we would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, because now I get to build the most precise leak detection equipment for professional plumbers. And when I say the system, I'm talking about the complete kit. It's what we call the business in a box around here. It's got the probe, that T-handle style, super durable for that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything out in the yard. If there's concrete or asphalt, sidewalk, anything like that above it, you're going to want the side kick that comes in that kit. It's the pistol grip style with that aluminum rod, which eliminates that layer of concrete for you, so you can pinpoint locate the leak. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro, or give me a call at 8888 LeakPro, because I also offer training.
And we do this because of something I started doing 7.5 years ago. I started doing this little thing called YouTube. It was all new to me. I walked down to a social media marketing conference to try to learn Facebook. I wanted to grow a business. Facebook is social media. I think I started this thing called YouTube. I walked back into the office and said, look, guys, we're going to change the way we do our marketing. We're going to change it right now. Now, a lot of those people in that office thought I was crazy. A lot of people still do, but it still kind of worked. But we grew a business, we scaled it, we sold it. And now I teach people how to do YouTube. And it all starts with a free little webinar that I made. If you want to go check it out, this is audio videos cutting in and out on LinkedIn. Man, it should be good, but we have to throw away this new board. Just saying.
New board. That's right.
But anyway, you know, and Jeremy, let us know if it keeps up, please. But guys, we started doing that. And if you would like to learn how to do YouTube, I love YouTube because I can cut those long videos into little videos and share them on all the other social media platforms. So if you'd like to learn more about it, go check out justmetroger.com. And if you've got a company that you would like to grow and you need coaching, consulting, training, you need a business operating system that'll help move you to the entire next level, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. All right, we're going to start out with national news. And this is big because we've been doing this for a while down in Texas. You know, in Texas, everything is big.
It is.
And my saying is go big or go home.
That's right.
Well, now we're putting all that into one thing.
We're making
tiny
homes.
So go big or go to a tiny home.
Yeah.
Massachusetts has legalized tiny homes, but nobody is building. And guys, they make good money on those down here. My granddaughter built one.
Yeah.
My granddaughter built one.
And this is big because They finally got it pushed to where this is acceptable, and they're trying to overcome the housing shortage here. Guys, let's kick this off with something. It should have been a massive win for tradespeople, especially plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs.
The big 3.
But instead, it's turned into one of the slowest rollouts I've heard of. Okay, Massachusetts, they officially legalized tiny homes statewide to help that housing shortage. In theory, it was supposed to be a big unlock. ADUs, backyard cottages, prefab units, modular micro homes, all greenlit. You'd think we'd already see contractors busy installing hookups left and right.
Doesn't always happen that way.
Here's the reality, though, almost none are being built. And it's not because homeowners don't want them. It's because the permitting offices and the local zoning boards weren't ready.
They don't watch our show because we've been telling them stuff like this is coming.
It's coming. State says, yeah, but all the local officials, they're still figuring out how to handle site utilities, the tie-ins, what kind of setbacks there are, septic upgrades, and MEP requirements.
Mm.
Okay. And let me tell you, tiny homes have tiny square footages. But the MEP work, it's not so tiny, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Plumbing code, full size. Electrical code, full size. It has to operate everything there, guys. Got to be able to handle same crap there than it does in a big house.
Now, have you ever been in have you ever been in a tiny home yet?
I have. We got to check some out at the trade shows that we go to where they just a full home that they drop off and unfold.
These things are freaking
Like
cool.
unboxable and stuff. Yeah, there's so many cool things coming. And I've thought about it because I know I'm a big guy, but I don't need a lot of living space personally. I'm good with hot operational spaces. And the main part for me is operational because it has to be a functioning space. But some of the things they're doing in some of these tiny homes, bed drops down from the ceiling so that you can sleep, and then it goes up out of the way and it's gone for the rest of the day. So you have your home to be able to do things, work, cook, whatever you need. Really
Yeah,
freaking
look,
cool.
I think this stuff is neat. It's like Randy says, we when we go to KBiz, when we go to a lot of these trade shows, there are things in there that it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And it's a neat thing. It's neat to get to see. But I'm telling you, I mean, I live in a big house. Okay. Uh, I've got a lot of square footage. I'm just under 4,000 square feet. But I mean, man, when I sit and look at it, I literally spend most of my time in a very small area of it. And it's like, I don't know why I need all this. It's nice to have it. Don't get me wrong.
It's great. When
I love having it.
company comes and stuff, you want to spread out, you want to invite all the family. It's perfect.
Yep. You want to go up to the theater. You want to go up to play on the pool table. You want to hang out in the living room, the formal living room, the kitchen. I mean, there's room.
Yep. That's it.
You want to work out? Go to the workout room.
That's right.
But really, do I need all that every day? I mean,
That's
just
yeah.
ask. I would like the small homes. All right, we're going to jump into website review, and we're talking MEPacademy.com. Now, this website review might be one of the best free resources on the internet for MEP technicians. And look, this is serious. Go check out MEPacademy.com. If you're a visual learner or if you've got apprentices that learn better from animated breakdowns instead of an 80-page textbook, this site is going to be great for them. They take some concepts like airflow, refrigeration cycles, superheat, subcooling, psychometrics, duct design. They break it down in simple, plain visuals. Randy, tell me what you got here.
Yes, I found a good resource. Now, yeah, it's got ads and all the stuff. They're trying to sell you some things for sure. But we're always talking about where can I go? Where can I get some free learning, some stuff like this? All right. Dive in here real quick. HVAC piping. Okay, this is my world. So this is the rabbit hole I jump down every time just to get a good idea. Direct return versus reverse return piping here. And if you look, these are two very it opened a new tab. Oh, hold on. Let me fix that real quick, guys. cheated on me.
Sorry about that, fellas.
I'm so sorry about that. But here, the actual
Looky
course
there.
itself. Here we go. But what I was saying is, it honestly is a very simple, easy to see diagram here. And any of y'all listening on the podcast, it's got a layout here. It's got 4 air handlers in a line. It's got your piping coming in one side supply, out the return to the other, just to a main return. But then you've also got this reverse return flow diagram where when it comes out of those air handlers, it all feeds down to that very last air handler before it actually returns back. Major difference. Visually here, it is very easy to see. That's what I really liked about this. I like colors. We're all visual people. It's easier to understand visually, but then it actually dives into the information. What is your direct return piping? What is the reverse return piping? So you can go in here and actually understand the information, study those two things. But then here you go. Here's your piping differences. When you actually change that piping orientation, what does it actually do to the system? And you can dive in here and study the information. Direct return piping, reverse return piping, it's all here. It's a deep dive. It's a full course on it. And these are the things that I love because this gets you started. Okay. You start learning about this. Well, let's start looking further into piping. This is what leads to mechanical rooms and things like that, guys. And design is a really cool thing. You can sit in an office every day and still do construction without doing construction. Rattle your brain around that one, but it's a good time. You can draw a whole lot faster than you can actually install. But this is a good little resource, and there's a bunch of different things. You've got sheet metal, HVAC piping, electrical, controls, plumbing, air purifiers. Get in here and dive in, get you some information on some of these trades, guys, because honestly, it's there for y'all. And get on there and get you some information, get you some free knowledge. That's what it's there for, guys.
You guys, if you're not learning, you're not growing. And I mean, it takes education to learn. You've got to open up your mind. You've got to be willing to say, look, I need to learn something.
And I want to know why I'm installing. How does it actually work in this whole building?
How does it all tie together?
My piece.
Yes.
What does my piece do?
As a puzzle, it takes every little piece to make it a complete puzzle. It really does. All right, we're going to jump into business growth, and this is profit predictability. What is your weekly financial check-in that stop cash creep? Okay, because what numbers are you looking at? What are you doing? What are you checking to see? Is what we're doing really working or not? So we're going to talk business here because this one might be the difference between having a real company and having a chaotic pain in the butt that's held together with just duct tape, bubble gum, and bingo wire.
And hope, baby.
And hope. You gotta have the hope. Okay, but your weekly financial check-ins, and I don't mean quarterly, I don't mean monthly, I mean weekly. And to be honest, there's something that would be smart to look at daily. Okay, here's why this matters because cash creep is real. Creep happens on labor. It happens on materials. It happens when callbacks go untracked, undocumented, and really untalked about. It happens when drive time gets bigger and bigger and nobody's watching it. Okay, companies that run weekly check-ins catch these problems early before they turn into cash loss disasters. I tell companies to track 5 numbers, the top 5. Okay, revenue for the week. Are you hitting your number that you know you need to hit? We talked about this a while back. Are you hitting the number that you need to hit to pay your bills? Do you know what your break even is? Are you hitting that or going above that each and every week? What is your labor percentage? And if I'm running a service company, I want to know, did we hit our numbers on every single job? When we give flat rate pricing, upfront pricing, whatever you want to call it, when you do that, if you don't know on every single job, are we making money? You may be losing money on every job. So you've got to track your labor percentage, your materials percentage. Do you have your numbers set right? If you've even raised your prices lately because labor is going up, but you haven't because your materials are going up too, and your material percentage is off, Instead of paying 15 to 17%, you could be paying 25%. Guess what? If you are, you're not making money. Are you tracking your callbacks? It's a big one, okay? Because they happen. They've happened to me. I I've driven away from a
They
job.
happen to all of us,
Yeah,
okay? We're
it
not
it has
perfect.
happened,
We're
okay?
humans, it's fine.
But it's learning to look at every single thing and put SOPs in place, which is what residential service professionals is all about. Putting SOPs in place to where you are checking on everything you're supposed to check on. And then number 5 is your cash on hand. If you're not tracking this, you need to be. And this is the entire financial system for your business. When you start tracking weekly patterns, they become obvious. You see which job types make money and which ones cost you money. You see which technicians are efficient and which technicians are busy, but they're not profitable. Guys, look, I love having great technicians, and I may love Squirt to death, but if he's a technician and I'm losing money on him every time he goes out, I gotta tell myself, "Man, look, I can love you, but I can love you with you working for somebody else."
Let them lose money on me.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, man, I'm not communicating right, I'm not doing something, but a lot of times it just gets down to, are you looking at these numbers? Does he know he's losing? Because if I come and say, "Man, look, I gotta tell you, we're losing money, your materials are going over, your labor is going over, and we're still not charging you extra, what's happening?" And you're like, "Oh, well, man, I thought that included, well, this, well, no, that's the next year." You gotta come back and talk to them about that. Communicate with your techs and let them know what's going on, because chances are you built your numbers right, but if not, maybe you need to adjust it.
Maybe it's just like you said, a little thing that you need to teach. Something that got missed, fell through the cracks. Look, no, that's an extra. That's not included. Here's our exclusions. Why it's covered.
Jumbo Chill, hello. How are you doing today? Jeremy
Yeah.
Reed, I hadn't heard anything else. Brother, let me know if it's getting any better, if you're still in here. Matt McDonough in the house is plumbing and backing leak whisperer. What's up, brothers? Just got to Phoenix. Go LeakPro and Roger Whitfield Plumbing Education, making the trade great again. How's the temperature in Phoenix?
Had a great weekend holiday.
I know. Got some stories on Boxable. I'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
Duct tape and Flex Seal. You know, hey, I use duct tape, baling wire, and building. If I can't fix it, there's a problem.
We just stay away from Flex.
Yeah, we tried slapping it on there. It didn't work. Eduardo Molina in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Okay, service work. This one is huge for service companies. Building trust fast. A customer decides if they trust you in the first 90 seconds, not after your quote, not after your inspection, the second you walk through the door. They're evaluating your posture, your tone, your confidence, your presence. Here's how you win those first seconds. Okay, first of all, I'll walk in with a confident uh, credibility statement.
Credibility.
I was like, wait, I want to say confidence. That's not credibility. I want to build credibility with you. I want to come up and say, I have a question. Have you ever used Texas Green Plumbing before? To be honest, I already know whether he has or not, because I tried. So I know the answer. I know to be prepared. But then if he says no, I say, well, do you mind if I take just a moment and tell you why I got into plumbing, why I came to work at Texas Green Plumbing, and why I continue to work here? They're not going to tell you no. They'll be like, yeah, sure. I got into plumbing because, look, in high school, and I love playing football. I was a team player of sports. I loved it. But getting into plumbing was the same thing. The first job I ever had, I realized we're building something together. It was just like being on a team again. And I love it because my mind, the way it runs, I would have never done good. I love to learn. I just can't handle sitting in a room with a book in front of me. That's not how I learn best. So I got a job where I could get out in the field and I could learn. And I came to work at Texas Green Plumbing because I heard about how good a company they were. I heard about that just loved the way they did things. So I went and applied there and I got hired. And I continue to work here because Roger trains every one of us. We get $10,000 worth of training every year per person, and he has the best warranties in the city. So don't you think with an attitude like this, a company like this, I'm gonna do the right thing for you today. How can you say no to that? You've built credibility right there in about 60 seconds.
There's one thing that would change it,
Okay?
if you looked like a slob.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I agree. You gotta walk clean.
Yeah.
You have to introduce yourself clearly.
Clear, no mumbles.
Right. I'm gonna jump here if you want.
Yeah,
Huh?
I've had those guys,
I
like,
know, I have
that
too.
just barely wanna talk. I know
think I think they're scared of the product they have. I don't think they believe that, look, I'm the best. When I walk in the house, I'm like, "Look, I'm the best plumber in town."
I'm here to save your day.
Yeah, and you're gonna know that before I leave.
Yeah. Another good thing is explain exactly what you're about to do, okay? It's one of the best things. That builds trust. It tells me exactly what you're coming into my home to do.
And a lot of things that we don't do or inspect everything because and look, Robert Renfro used to do it. If he's there to fix your water heater, they said, "Well, let me take your water heater." He said, "Well, first take me to the water filter because that's normally where the problem is." You mean
I
what?
don't have a filter.
Alright, okay, that may be part of the problem.
Yep.
Let's check your water heater. Let's find out how old it is. Let's see what's happening. But we probably ought to check your water too. Just saying.
That's it. And explain to them exactly why you're wanting to look at those things. Just like
Yes.
you said, you wanna look at the filter first because that's typically where the problem starts.
And then when you get to the problem, be honest with me. Look, here's what I'm seeing so far. Number 1, we don't have a water filter. Number 2, this water heater is only 4 years old. Number 3, you've never flushed it. Hmm. Yeah. Statements like this calm the customer. It tells them that it tells them they are dealing with a professional. You have to act like a professional though. Someone who's confident, capable, and actually paying attention.
That's a big one. Listen to the customer.
And one other big thing is, and I used to do this, I would never talk bad about other contractors. It may be a company that I know sucks. I know that they have thieves and crooks working for them, but all I'd say is, you know what? I try to be as honest as I can, and I said, "Look, I'm not gonna say anything bad about them, but I hadn't heard a lot of good." Okay? That's it. That's me being honest. I'm not gonna lie to people,
Maybe the guy had a bad day. I don't know.
and it can happen.
But here's what we can do to get this fixed for you. Because I'm here. I don't care what they did. Look, y'all want to know if they worked on it, sure. But here, look, these are the problems. Here's the solution I'm offering. Let's just move forward and not worry. That that sells you really quick
You bet.
on knowing exactly what you're there to do is take care of their problem, not deal with who was there.
Mhm.
So
And another good one is when they're like, "Look, I know you're in a hurry," and I completely stop, and I'm like, "You
yep.
know what? I have one thing on my plate right now, and that's take care of your and I think this is." And when they see you like that, they're like, it's like, there's nothing more important. I don't need to be anywhere else. We've got other plumbers. My number one job is to make sure you're taken care of the right way. You know, when you tell them that's like, here we go.
Yep.
All right. Materials, equipment, and tools. Now, our bodies, these are the real tools. Your knees, your back, your shoulders, they're the things that make you money. And a lot of new low profile material filters are saving people's career. Now, slide right under air handlers, water heaters, rooftop units, heavy panels, even commercial kitchen equipment. Instead of 4 guys lifting 600 pounds across a polished floor, you get it up and you run.
There was a job I had. We built our own to roll air handlers in because it was smarter. I think I built them in your fab shop for great. Took all my aluminum plate over there and a bunch of low profile guys quit using body.
Mhm.
You can make them so small now because they actually make casters that can handle some serious weight now. Technology is advanced
Even at home.
mechanically and electronically.
You know, when you at home, and I saw my deals the other day, model sliders.
Little pucks.
You know, you pick up one corner, slide at the end of it. Okay? Pick up 4 corner slider, and you know what? You get it on the carpet and you just push it, slide the line. It is so easy.
These things, it's quiet. It's super maneuverable. That's what I love about the carpet sliders because guess what? You need a twist. Let's twist it. No
Right.
problem. It doesn't even have to deal with casters, which is awesome. But it's super stable, and that's the key here because typically when you throw some things on, it gets all wobbly and stuff. Not if you're using these low profiles, 'cause it barely picks it. But the big win here is the retrofit. Going into those existing places, tight corridors, listed historic
Mm.
buildings, hospital hallways, mechanical rooms with 0 turn radius. This is where these things shine. I dealt with this a lot because we did a lot of mechanical equipment moving in retro projects. Crazy wheeled skates were my favorite thing to stumble upon. Thank you, Terry Madigan. They're amazing. They go anywhere. You can turn it with 0 radius. There was a hospital project in Phoenix that saved over 20 labor hours a week because instead of muscling equipment through the hallways, they just slid it down. Okay. Injuries almost 0.
And I did the same thing building the tool I built to put on a SkyTrack for us to move 42-foot double random pieces of pipe.
That's it.
And they wanted us to push them on we had a dolly for them,
Yep.
but still, you're talking several thousand pounds and 5 or 6 guys pushing it from one end of a terminal to another on, like, a little white rock bottom type area or dirt or something. And I'm like, "Yeah, there's to do."
I remember day 1 of seeing Max jacks, because I deal with big pipe, it's a V-jack on wheels, so you just have the pipe on and you just strap it down is what we would do in case it would topple once you hit over a certain size. Grab it and just roll it right along. All you gotta do is watch out for holes in the floor. Because if you want a lifelong career, you gotta use the equipment that protects your body, and that's what I tell a lot of people in pipe fitting, they're like, "Oh, it's big, heavy pipe." Yeah, there's equipment that handles all that heavy for you.
But you still have to do it. So
Gotta say use the equipment. Don't just leave it sitting on the floor. Use
right.
it.
Yeah, it's there for a
I
reason.
know it takes a little time to put use of it, but it saves that body, and that's your body.
Guys, we do everything we do because I started doing 7.5 years ago. I started doing YouTube, and I started doing YouTube because I was trying to grow a little bitty plumbing company. And I say a little bitty plumbing company, we were doing good. We were hitting almost 1,000,000, just under 100,000 a month, 80 something, 90,000 a month, almost every month. But I got tired of getting ripped off by marketing. I wanted to grow, and I'd realized what I was doing is just throwing money at them, and they weren't helping me grow. So what I did is I went to learn social media. I went to a conference, found out about this new thing called YouTube. Really wasn't new, it's just new to me. I started growing on YouTube, and I started growing because I brought people value. I helped them. I taught them, I educated them, taught them how to fix their own plumbing problems. Then we started watching the comments and realizing it's not just plumbers, it's not just homeowners, it's not just people fixing their plumbing. I've got plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs, roofers, and dentists, and chiropractors, and all kinds of people watching. And I'd ask them, "Well, why are you watching me if you're not a plumber?" They're like, "Roger, I take out the word plumber and put in the word chiropractor, and you just made me better. I like the way you think about them. What is it you do different? What is it that you do better than most other companies in your niche, in your business, in your industry, in your profession? Maybe you should be doing it on YouTube where they can learn from you." Nowadays, we teach people how to do YouTube, and it all starts with a free web a little webinar to teach you that you don't need expensive equipment. You don't have to have a lot of followers. You don't have to be getting a lot of views to start out, but you've gotta start out. So if you wanna learn more about it, go check out justmetroger.com. It'll take you right into the free webinar. And if you've got a business that you're wanting to but you don't know the right systems, the right processes, you don't have things in place, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com to get the right coaches, consultants, mentors, trainees, accountability partners. Go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. When I say the system, I'm talking about the complete kit. You can check that out on our website, leak.pro. But don't just settle on the equipment. If you don't know how to do it, give me a call because I do offer a 2-day in-person training here. We built a training facility here. We've got leaks out there under that slab. Slab's extra thick. It's 130,000 square inches that you start out with to go, oh, it's right here, and be within 12 inches every time that you mark it by the end of your training. Come spend 2 days. You'll learn our approach, how we pull up to the job, what we start looking at, things we do to be able to separate it, to know exactly, do I have an outdoor leak? Do I have an indoor leak? Is it under the slab or not? I'm gonna teach you how to pinpoint locate it under the slab, outside of the slab, but also sewer systems, guys. I've got a couple of them set up out here. I've got one cast iron and one plastic. We'll teach you how to go to the clean out outside of the home and determine exactly where a sewer system is, all from that clean out. If you're ready to add leak detection and stand out from every other plumbing company in your area, give me a call at 8888 LeakPro or visit the website leak.pro and book me for a Zoom call, because it's time to bring leak detection in-house and quit losing jobs to just leak detection companies.
And trust me, they'll take them.
That's it. And your plumbers, and my whole family's full of plumbers. I want you to take care of those calls yourself. Give me
Okay, MEP, and this is all about flow path thinking. And this is one of my favorite topics because it's the thing that separates button pushers from real technicians. And you've got to understand flow path thinking to understand how it works. Water flows a certain way, air flows a certain way, refrigerant flows a certain way, electricity flows a certain way. And when you map the flow path in your head, the system behavior becomes obvious. And I used to love this because I understood how water came in, what all process it goes through in a house, and then it goes right back out. At least most of it. Most recurring problems, 90% of them come down to not understanding how things flow. A hydronic loop, short cycling, it's a flow path problem. A sewer line that backs up only during a big, heavy rainstorm, could be a flow path problem. You've got systems that fight themselves because they don't know whether they're coming, whether they're going, but they're fighting themselves. You got panel boards that overheat, guess what? It's probably a flow path. When apprentices learn the flow path and they learn to think on the flow path early, their troubleshooting speed goes way up. Their confidence goes up, their callback rate goes down, and their value to the company skyrockets. You know, we did a video the other day where I react, and a guy turns on the water and there's no water pressure. And I'm like, pull your aerator. This guy goes back the entire flow path from beginning to end. If you understand the flow path, why not just go backwards from right where you're at? Number one, I've seen that many, many times. When there's no water, first thing I do is turn it off. I've even troubleshooted this over the phone. If you tried pulling your aerator, what's an aerator? You know that thing you can unscrew right out front? Yeah. Unclog that. Ooh, God. Found it, didn't you? Turn the water on now. Oh, now there's tons of water. Go clean that up. I just saved them $200-300. If you want efficient, teach them flow paths. Don't teach them about just, oh, well, take that part out and put this part in. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind replacing an aerator.
This has helped me so much because I started learning early the flow path. And, like, I can think of, like, disasters and stuff. Well, I was an apprentice during most of the open crazy days, because when I was a journeyman, I had control. We didn't let crazy happen. But when crazy would go, it's, "Oh, well, that's not working. That's not, well, here, let me just go back here." Why? Because I understood the flow path. I knew the next step to go back. Let me shut this valve off.
It
And
worked.
even in some places where you don't touch a valve, oh, you touch that valve and you close it and you go, "Yeah, I did it. Here, it's me." "Oh, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to. I understand the flow path." It's a great thing because you do, like, start solving the problems by understanding how the system actually works in the flow path here.
Helping Handyman says, "Good morning, fellas. Happy Monday morning."
Happy Monday.
Tongue-tied.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
stay
yeah.
tongue-tied. I tell you, happy Margarita Monday.
Yeah.
Jeremy Rivard says, "I checked YouTube as well. It's the same issue, and I checked with my phone as well.
Hey.
Seems like an upload speed issue on your end." We've
Stream weird or something. I
had
don't know.
problems here lately. you pitch them, if you pinch them, they speak louder.
Customers,
Yes.
yeah, quick.
Yeah, hard. Matt says, "Grab the pipe, throw it on my shoulder, then yell ramming speed." Yes, see, it works.
It
Yeah, and
really
they will get
does.
out of your way. I promise you they will. We've been there.
I always just did wide load coming
We
through,
have been there.
and they move quick.
LeakPro, Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. Jeremy says, "Imagine views as a room full of 50 people. That changes your perspective on reach and views online." And Jeremy, look, I love this. You know, right now we're getting about 2.5 million views a month on my YouTube channel. Several 100,000 over here. We get about 10 million views across all our social platforms. It's kind of nice. Since you guys aren't smart, why should we listen to you dipshits? Because we're smarter than you. Yeah, you've always got to have an ass swap out there.
You got to listen to the dipshit on the right end, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I love people like you. Shows how stupid you are. Go ahead, squirt.
Let's see. Where's the work, guys? Cold storage distribution centers. Okay.
And they're big.
It's been a while since we've talked about it. Guys, it is. This is the next boom. It's cold storage. Okay. If you're in plumbing, HVAC, refrigeration, or electrical,
It can be all of them.
listen up, guys. Because, Ohio, Wisconsin, Missouri, and Illinois, they're all seeing a surge in cold storage distribution. And cold storage, it's a different beast, guys. You've got massive condensate management. So many units for refrigerated spaces, especially when they're getting bigger and bigger on the warehouses. But you also have the ammonia, the CO2 refrigeration in high demand. If you're not going to get on ammonia, guys, you will stay busy for a while. You also have freeze heave preventing slab failures, because when it's cold in that room, you've got to prep for that, because a freezer is still concrete floors in there, guys, but it's got to be built special to be able to maintain and not swell and have adjustments or issues. But you've got insulation, air sealing at near laboratory levels. They don't want any of that getting affected, because it's normally food. We don't like food going bad. Okay. But it's work, it's long term work. These facilities need maintenance every week. Okay. They need 24/7 contractors. They need people who can handle extreme humidity and temperature balance. If that's your specialty, guys, work's going to be booming. But this is one of the strongest pipeline opportunities going into 2026 that's out there, outside of efficiency and all that side of that we know.
And we have been talking a lot about cold storage lately. Man, if you understand ammonia, things like that, and how powerful it is, how to use it, how to get it done. I'm telling you, company that I used to be a director of operations for, their owner's brother's son did ammonia, and they worked about 1 week every month or 2. And that was it. They came in there, made their money, and they left. But they were good at it. Works. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Randy says, "I wanna learn how to do that." I know. All right.
New ammonia
I know.
refrigeration.
What do you do for a
company.
living? Ammonia.
Ammonia.
You build it? No, I just do it. Instructor training. Now, this is always and this is a great secret weapon of any fast-growing service company, and that's have in-the-field coaches. A field coach is your senior tech who's not tied to a full-time install or service route. Their job is to support, make sure you support, teach, inspect, and correct. When a new tech is struggling with a furnace diagnosis, the field coach is 15 minutes away. When an apprentice needs help understanding valve orientation, coach shows up and says, "Well, let's talk about it. Let's think about it." When documentation starts slipping, the coach is the one who steps in and says, "Look, what kind of problem? Why can't we get the documentation right? What's the problem?" Don't just show somebody how to do it. Ask them what the problem is. But then you do have to show them how to do it. Companies that use field coaches actually see fewer callbacks, faster onboarding, less turnover, and better customer reviews. It's a promotion path that rewards your top performers and stabilizes your entire organization. If you're not trying to put the smartest people in your company in front of other people, why not?
That's it. And, like, I love this because you gotta have that go-to guy. Whenever I run into a problem or issue or something, who am I calling? Am I calling my dad? "Hey, I got this plumbing problem." No, they don't want me doing that. They want me to call that main tech that can come help me if I need it.
I still have plumbers call me from the field
Oh, I know.
because they don't have a senior tech out.
That's it. And there's been times I've had to call them on a job to get a plumbing question answered from a plumber on the job because
Making
it's cool
sure.
when you got a master plumber in your pocket that you can just call and ask some questions. But it's so it's so important to have that knowledgeable person for everybody to be able to lean on to ask those questions. Even if that person doesn't have the answer, guess what? Let me get back to you. They know the right person to get the answer from, and that's what a lot of people figured out with me. They're like, "Hey, you know this?" I'm like, "No, but hold on, give me a minute." I know somebody that I can talk to about that specific question. They know that part. I know a lot of parts for them.
You bet.
Need each other. That's a big one, and it is. I love having this main person. It's kinda what Sean Strong hired in to do now. I talked to him a few weeks ago. He's loving it. He's like, "Hey, I miss field." He's like, "But I get the option. I can go to the field and help the techs, no problem when there's time." So they're not completely out of the field. They still get
Mhm.
to go back, with their hands on things, which is a good thing. So don't be scared of that transition.
All right, specialty. Now, look, solar, guys, look, how long have we been talking about solar since we started?
Yeah, January 2nd.
It's
I
not
bet it was
just
on the first day.
yeah, it probably
I
was.
guarantee it.
It's not just slapping panels on a roof and calling it a day. Advanced wiring, roof integration, load calculations, NEC 2023. Those changes, those are creating a real need for cross-trade coordination. The biggest failures in solar installations, they happen between the roofer and the electrician. Roof penetrations get misaligned, conduit gets improperly routed, rapid shutdown systems get wired incorrectly, flashing failures that show up in 2 years later. When they show up as problem quick. Load miscalculations that cook inverters. That's all trash. Solar is one of the biggest opportunities in construction, but only for crews who treat it like true MEP, roofing hybrid discipline. You gotta understand, it all ties together. MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. I get it. That's when it comes to solar, you've gotta get the roofing part down.
I was gonna say in my 20 years, I have dealt with the roofers on a job probably just as much as the
Yeah.
electricians, and 'cause I'm in piping, like, all my stuff is powered by electricians, but I have a lot of roof penetrations too, so I feel like I probably built them about the same.
Mhm.
But you master this because it can be that company that masters solar. That win is long-term contracts, okay? Battery storage add-on work is coming, guys. Go ahead and start doing all this now, become the knowledge for solar in your area because more things are coming. We're gonna talk about that battery storage tomorrow, I believe, for some of the ratings and stuff
I
because
tell you what, I saw one the other day, literally, it's a battery pack. You install it, you hook it up, so now if your power goes out, your batteries kick in to keep it going. And I'm like, "You know what, man? I do. I wanna get into solar. I wanna learn more about it, but it's because I want solar. 'Cause we have free power. We just gotta figure out how to harness
how
it,
to do
and
it.
that's what the solar panels are all about.
I like my little lights I ordered some street lights out here by the barn and stuff. I
I
pay for none of the electricity, like, that was the whole point. It's like, "Look, I don't want anything that I have to run power to. I don't wanna have to do all these we just buy solar one. It's all built in, it's all contained, self-contained unit. It's amazing. But even in an emergency, it would be great to be able to pull out and use if I needed to.
you know
Solar's making so many advances.
you know what's cool about it is that There's not as many people getting into it. Guys, the opportunities are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it is. It's nice. I love that we get to do everything we get to do. Matt says, "I love calling and double checking things with other tradespeople." And it's good because you get to do whatever it is that they want done. Because it's instead of, "Hey, we wanna stick up the pipe here because it's convenient." "Yeah, well, you know what? We built y'all a leave out way over here." "Okay, y'all got there first. That makes sense." But then again, if you communicate with them from the very beginning and they come to you and say, "Hey, where do you want that leave out?" "Well, here's what I want." So things like that work. And Matt says, "Okay, gentlemen, gotta go be a hero. Keep doing awesome things. Go LeakPro and Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education." Alright,
Have a good day, brother.
great. We're gonna roll into the social media spotlight, and today's spotlight goes to IC Weld. And this is one of the cleanest TIG welding creators online. If you work with stainless, aluminum, or any precision metalwork, this creator's a must follow. They break down technique in a way that apprentices can understand instantly. You get close-up puddle control, torch manipulation, joint prep, everything the schools don't teach you. And the engagement's real. Welders asking real questions and getting real answers. Ready? I see weld.
I see. Well, now, guys, this is the welder that welders call. He works on equipment stuff. Like this is different. I pulled up one the other day. It was pretty cool. This is a guy that comes out and fixes it on site. I love this guy. You can also find more videos on Instagram. I see weld. 156,000 subscribers. Started this back in 2012. Over 46 million on this channel here. Now we're going to jump into videos. We're going to start out with the oldest. Pilot bit welding, 10 years ago. Torch cutting 101. Love it. 10 years ago. Torch tip cleaning, Lincoln Electric, Sam 650. Diving in some of the basic information. And this is a lot how YouTube looked like a decade ago, guys. Popular. Finally done. Excavator boom repair. Part 3. Okay. And look, you can see here on the second video, the excavator had a bad day. They busted the boom. Okay.
That's a bad day.
That is a bad day. Guess what? There's a tradesperson that you can call to come out and fix it. That's what I'm talking about, guys. And that's why we do what we do. Okay. Another Caterpillar boom goes boom. He goes out and fixes equipment. Try this with a torch. He's cutting some thick steel. And then as you can tell, he took that torch and he also put a bevel on the top. I love it. That's out there. But I think this is cool, guys, because it's a welder actually going out and doing some real deal repairs. Rebuilding 48-inch rock copper. This ain't just building a building, guys.
No, those
This
teeth
is
get broke off. Yeah.
that's it. What do you do when your teeth gets broke? You weld a new one on. You rebuild it.
Not a
Make
real
it from
tooth, y'all.
nothing. Yeah,
For
not a
for
real
for
tooth.
a rock drill.
Yeah, but
I see
you don't
somebody
go see the
I see
dentist.
somebody at home holding onto the ground and sticking the rod in their mouth.
Hey, could you hold that? Give me a tack. Give me
Yeah.
a tack. Bucket ear modifications. There's just make it. Okay. Retying on where the joint hinges, the pin would go. All sorts of things break on this big, large, heavy piece of equipment. This is the guy you call to come get it fixed, guys. Some of the latest stuff that he's done: plasma gouging, bucket adapter, broken bolts on dozer tracks, Hitachi excavator rocker panel repair. He goes through and fixes every little part and piece on these things. So I thought this was a really cool one, something different for sure. Let's see what we've got going on over here in short. Supply house, shop update. Working on a new shop. Hidden hinges. Now this is things I guarantee it. He hit all the hinges, and this is one thing welders love to do is figure out different contraptions and how we can do things to hide everything that
Mhm.
actually happened. So I think it's really cool. Gantry crane updates, things like that. Some different stuff going on. Popliners, cloud umbrellas. We like to stay in the shade. We're out there welding all day long.
Now,
So
I've never seen a welder weld an umbrella like that, but, you know, I completely understand. It is
that's
what it
it.
is.
Yeah, I think it's real.
And look, I think welders are what can really help a big company grow, and, I remember one of the presidents of the union telling me one time, says, "Whoever owns the welders owns the work." I mean, if you can't build a big piping job unless you know you've got the people that can do it.
Yeah,
It
welders
is
are the pro press gun.
Mhm. Yeah, it makes it
That's
happen.
it. Yeah.
Alright, and you've gotta be able to document every call to protect your company. So we're gonna close out the show with something every company needs, and that is the proper documentation. Every service call should have photos, notes, model numbers, serial numbers, before and after and during
During, yeah.
images, and a quick summary of what you did and why. Because if you don't have all that in there, you're leaving yourself out just flapping in the wind. You you can literally lose your tail. So this protects your company when customers forget, when landlords try to shift the blame, when property managers lose paperwork, and when warranty departments ask for proof. But it's also the best way to train your team. Your technicians can scroll through past calls and see how things were diagnosed. Field coaches, talked about them earlier. They can use documentation as teaching material. Owners, they can stay ahead of liability instead of reacting to it. Because if you're a company owner and you're not making sure your team is doing this every single freaking job you have, you should be. Systems like this are exactly why help companies, or exactly what we use to help companies. This is how you build from the inside, okay? And residentialserviceprofessionals.com can help you build this stuff. It's got SOPs, it's got workflows, it's got repeatable processes, pricing tools, hiring framework, leadership support, coaching, group coaching, mentorship, accountability groups. Because when your systems are strong, your company becomes unstoppable. Here's the thing, if you're not looking at how to get systems and processes in place, guys, remember one thing I say all the time. I was taught by an entrepreneur that I was in a workshop with one day, and literally told me, "If you do anything more than once, you need to have a process for it." Wow. You know what? He's right. How many things do you do each and every day that you don't have systems and processes for? It's like, you know what? Well, they know that. Yeah, but you know what? Mistakes happen. And if you don't have systems and processes to go by, they're gonna continue to. If you wanna learn more about how to grow the company you've already got, and you don't wanna get handcuffed to other people's logos and colors, keywords and names and stuff like that, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. It'll And Residential Service Professionals is a sponsor of this show, just like me, and I get to do it because of something that I started doing 7 and a half. Literally, I walked in end of February, beginning of March, so it's almost 9 months now. I guess it is 9 months. I walked in to a conference to learn social media because I'd got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. Have you ever driven down the road and thrown $47,000 cash out the window? And when you got to the office, the phones weren't ringing? That is exactly what it was like. I had paid $47,000 to marketing companies that literally made my phone stop ringing. Trash, gone. So I decided I'm gonna learn something. I'm gonna learn how to do this myself. I'm gonna learn how to do this so I can grow the company the way I wanna grow it. So I started doing social media 1 month later. The first week of April 2018 is when we started saying, "Look, we're going to put videos up consistently." Now, what is consistently for you and me? It may be 2 completely different things, but we can coach people with that. As long as you know what you're capable of handling, capable of doing, it works. Here's the If you want to grow your company by using social media, it starts with a free webinar, and I made that webinar for you. It's at justmattroger.com. Go over, check it out. You'll find out you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need to already have a lot of subscribers. You don't need to have a lot of videos out there, but you've gotta start doing it. Then you can get the views, then you can get the followers, and then you can grow your brand, your company, whatever it is you're trying to grow. So if this is something you're interested in, go check it out at justmattroger.com. Check out the webinar and come back in here and let me know what you think about it.
That's it. Everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professionals. When I say the system, guys, I'm talking about the complete kit. It's the business in a box. It comes with both pieces of equipment that we build. We build the Pro T-handle style, super durable for that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything out in the yard or just underground. If there's concrete, asphalt, anything like that above that leak, though, you're gonna want the sidekick that comes in that kit. It's our pistol grip style aluminum rod, and that aluminum rod is a softer metal, so it enhances the sound more, which is what eliminates that layer of concrete, so you can locate the leak underneath. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But also, if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, give me a call at 8888 Leak Pro because I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas, where I'll teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even how to go to the clean out outside of a home and figure out where a sewer system. If you're ready to bring leak detection in-house, give me a call. Once again, 8888 Leak Pro, or visit the website leak.pro. Book me for a Zoom call there or do some browsing. Check it out. It really is good equipment, and we want to bring leak detection in your house for you. So give me a call, 8888 Leak.
You know, we love what we get to do, and we get to do it for y'all. I mean, right here, we're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, TikTok. We love what we get to do. And we do this because of what we started 7.5 years ago, guys. But we keep doing it because the messages we get, the feedback we get people to us, "Look, we love what y'all." We love the messages, we love the comments, we love the engagement, we love the videos. I probably get messages every day saying, "Look, man, I love this video. Please don't stop doing it." And we enjoy it, and we've had fun. So what I can say is, look, if you enjoy it, share it with somebody. Tell other people about it. If you don't, that's fine. I don't mind you telling me we're not good. Tell us what you think we do that isn't good. Send us messages. 'Cause I promise we get a lot more good messages than we do bad. But at the end of the day, we love doing what we do, and we do it because of y'all. So I wanna say thank you to each and every one of y'all. It's the 1st of December. That means it's like 3 weeks and 3 days away from Christmas.
Yep.
On Christmas Eve.
Hurry.
Better hurry. You guys, thank y'all so much for y'all. I thought about all y'all over Thanksgiving and why we get to do what we do and how much we enjoy it. So I just wanna say a special thanks to y'all. And remember, whatever you do out there today, do it safe and hit it effing.
If yeah, guys, happy Margarita Monday. Hope to see you in here tomorrow for a good Tequila Tuesday, guys. Get out there, have a great week, guys. Monday, so stay focused on safety. A lot of accidents happen this morning.
Absolutely.
Go. Showed up, guys. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
See y'all.